Hey guys, it's Sam, and I hope you guys are having a spooktacular October so far. But Anyway, for this video I am drawing Marik Ishtar, which I have been meaning to draw this picture for so long, and I'm so glad that I finally got around to having the time to do so. And it didn't come out quite as I was expecting, or quite as I initially pictured, but it was still pretty fun to do. And I'm still relatively happy with the results. I was playing around with style again. Just as usual, I have no style. I drew a picture earlier, if you guys follow me on DeviantArt, of my OC Leo, and I was trying to emulate that style in another picture because it was kind of fun to do a kind of cell shade soft thing mix, but like, I don't know, it's a weird thing to describe, but it was kind of tricky to replicate it because I was kind of making it up as I went along in the last picture. So I was like, how did I do this last time? I don't remember. So yeah, there was that. Definitely want you to pay attention to that bottom hand on the viewer left because I am pretty darn happy with how that hand came out. Yay for practicing hands and it making a difference. So I guess to talk about the artwork, I started out this is actually going to be a print size 12 by 18, and I didn't want to have the sketch, like, I've talked about this a few times before, I think, and in my Nightwing walkthrough, where I draw kind of small, because I really wanted it to fit the frame, and I also kind of wanted it to look good. So I wanted to lay out everything really small, because I could draw outside the canvas lines, so to speak, quote unquote, and it just makes things easier when thumbnailing to do it that way, and then I can just enlarge that little sketch and then re-sketch over that to kind of, you know, add more details and fix things and what have you. But it just makes it easier because then you're not restricted by the frame size, that you can just draw outside of the frame. So that helped a lot, and then enlarged it, fixed the sketch, drew in some more details. It took a little bit to kind of get it to work because he's got that anime hair. Because I don't really draw anime like 100% anime, like, in the hair in Yugioh is so ridiculous that, oh my god. And so I had no idea how to kind of make that into my quote-unquote style. I don't have a style, but you know what I mean. So it was like I had to have so many layers of calming, like just gelling down his hair to just relax it. It's like, chill bro, your hair just needs to chill for a second. And if you guys have not seen Yugioh Abridged, for whatever reason, y'all need to go see Yugioh Abridged. I don't care if you have seen the show, I don't care if you haven't seen the show. It is a fantastic series and you do not need to have seen the show to enjoy it. Trust me, I only watched like the first 2 or 3 seasons when I was a kid, and they're beyond that now. I have no idea what's happening, but I'm still loving it because it's fantastic. So anyway, kind of off topic, but now working on the line art, and I hate line art, but I do it to myself anyway because I'm a masochist, and that staff was so difficult to draw, and I kind of wasn't sure how to do it in that perspective. I looked up a few references, and the majority, if not all of the ones that I saw, were just either front on or from the back. There was like never any from the side, so I just kind of had to guess what it would look like. So that was my attempt at guessing, and now my mom is texting me. So that was just kind of tricky to figure out. And, you know, line art, I don't like line art. But a little trick that I like to do is, at least more so recently now that I'm using Photoshop to line art, because before I used to use Sai just because I like the stability thing, but I did eventually figure out that it's okay to use Photoshop, because I noticed when I was younger and looking at a lot of my idols' pictures that some of the lines were like a bit imperfect and shaky, and that actually made it look better. And I found out that if the bigger your canvas is and the bigger your drawing is, when you can do those shaky lines, and when you shrink it down for a web size, for sharing on the internet size, and you don't see like as many of the mistakes. Like if you were to see this drawing at 100%, there would be a lot of errors that you don't actually see when I shrink it down to post it online. So that's a little tip if you guys, you know, want to try experimenting with that. I don't know. And for a lot of the shading, I actually used the lasso tool when I could, and other times when I was too lazy to use a lasso or just whatever I used, just the brush that I was using, I don't remember what brush, but just a soft kind of brush. Another big problem I had with this was at the very end, which I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm going to talk about now because I can't think of anything else to talk about, which is the accent color with the background. Like I was gonna, so many pictures I've seen of him have purple, and purple works fantastic with him because of his skin tone and hair, and plus he wears all that gold, so like the yellow meshes really great with the purple. But I was like, oh, I can't do purple because I just did purple with another picture, so I don't want to have like 2 purples in a row. So that was devastating. So I went with blue, and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks really good, except I don't really like how the little extra lighting I added on him looked as the blue, like it looked kind of junky. So then I tried playing around with the little hue saturation slider thing, and I got to red, and I'm like, oh, maybe red will work. So I changed it all to red, and it's like, yeah, this, you know, looks better on the skin, but I don't know if I like it as much as I liked the blue. So it just kept going back and forth. And I kept talking to so many people being like, I don't know which one. I think I'm going to end up going with the red just because I think I don't know. I'm still in between, but I have to decide because I'm not making 2 prints of this for like no reason. So I think I'm just going to go with the red. So yeah, it's the red, but feel free to all tell me in the comments below that you would prefer the blue. Oh, but yeah, that's basically it for this picture. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it, and again, hopefully you guys are having a awesome October, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So feel free to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. Bye!